Hi everyone. In the last presentation, as part of the C Programming for Beginners course, we have started the topic called files in C. In that session, we have clearly defined that a file is the physical abstraction of a secondary storage, or we can say a sequence of bytes where the related data can be stored. After that, we have discussed what is the need of using files, and also we have explained that there are two types of files, binary files and text files. After that, we have seen the comparisons at the same time, advantages, disadvantages of both binary and text files. Next, we have seen the modes of file operation, or we can say file opening modes. We have clearly discussed what is mean by read mode, write mode, append mode, R plus mode, A plus mode, W plus mode, and how to open a file in binary mode. So this is the theoretical part that we have seen in the previous sessions. In today's session, we are going to discuss how to implement the file concept using VLC code. Let us see. Now we will see how to create text files in C programming. But one important thing you should remember here is before going to create any file, either it may be the text file or binary file, the first thing we have to do is to create a file pointer. Why? Because we are going to use fopen function. Fopen function is going to open a file. When the file is opened successfully, then it is going to return the reference of the file. To store that reference, we need a pointer that is called file pointer. When the file is not opened successfully, then it is going to return a null pointer. Either it may be the null pointer or any actual reference. To store that reference, we are going to have a pointer that is called the file pointer. Now, first we have to create a file pointer. Then only we are going to use the function called fopen. Now let us type the program hash include stdio.h hash include stdlib.h. Now integer main. Every C program starts with the main function that we already know. I will clearly explain why I'm using the header file stdlib.h. Now within the opening brace and closing brace, I'm going to declare a file pointer. The syntax of creating a file pointer is in capital letters file. After that, you give the file pointer variable. I'm giving the variable name fp. You can give any variable name. After this, I'm using the statement fp equals to fopen. I'm going to use fopen function. Within this, I'm going to give the name of the file in double quotes. The name is ss and the extension is txt. Comma, I'm going to mention in double quotes the mode is write mode. Once the file is opened successfully, then fopen returns the address of the file, or we can say reference of the file. If it is not opened successfully, anything happens, then it is going to return the null pointer. fp is going to contain the address of the file at the same time null pointer. Now let us check the condition. If fp is equals to null, then we are going to print a message that printf, just you write in double quotes, file not opened. Just I'm writing the message that not opened successfully. This is the message I want to display. Now, next, I'm using the statement exit1. What do you mean by exit1? When file is not opened successfully, what is the need of writing the program next? That's why we are going to terminate the program abnormally. When you terminate the program normally, then you have to write exit 0. 0 indicates successful termination. 1 indicates unsuccessful termination. That is the difference. If you write else part, under else part, you write opening brace, closing brace. Here you write printf. You write that file opened successfully. Okay, now after this, what I'm going to do is just I'm writing the statement exit 0 semicolon. Here I'm using exit 0 successful termination. Here exit 1 means unsuccessful termination. And I have opened the file in write mode. Now after opening the file, the last thing you have to do is you have to close the file. F close. And what is the pointer name? FP. So instead of using the file name further, you have to use only the reference. That means file pointer. Whatever the operations that we are going to perform in future, those operations must be performed by using the reference file pointer, not the name of the file. This is the way of closing the file. So I will explain what is the need of using fclose or what is the need of closing a file. Now let us run this program, whether it is created successfully or not. Let us run this program. You see this. At the bottom, we got the output that file opened successfully. There is no problem in opening the file. For example, instead of using write mode, I'm going to use the read mode. That means we are trying to open a file ss.txt in read mode. If you want to open the file in read mode, the file should exist. I have not yet created the file ss.txt. Okay, just I'm going to create the file in read mode. In that case, it is going to give an error. But recently I have created the file ss.txt by using the write mode. fopen function created a file, new file, that is ss.txt. Now you can open the file in read mode. It will not give any error. So in this case, if you run the program again, we will get that file opened successfully. When we are going to get an error, for example, instead of using the file name ss.txt, I'm writing triple s.txt. This file not yet created. Now we are trying to open a file in read mode which does not exist. In this case, what is the output we are going to get? The file not opened successfully. You see this. At the bottom, we got the output file not opened successfully. Okay, so this is how we are going to open a file and how the file pointer is going to have the null value, and or we can say the address of the file. This is a simple discussion about fopen function. Next, we will see how to write the character into the file. That means we are going to use various functions. We are going to use fputc, fputs, fprintf for writing the data into the text file. Similarly, to read the data from the text file, we are going to use fgetc, fscanf, or we can say fgetS. Now we are going to implement fputc function. What it is going to do? It is going to write the character to a file. At a time only it writes single character. Let us see the implementation of fputc. Let us delete the else part. It's not required. Now, just now I said that triple-s.txt file is not there. When we are trying to open this file in read mode, we have got an error. Now, I'm going to open the same file in which mode? Write mode. Now, already I said that the file does not exist. When the file does not exist, it is going to create the file. Now, triple-s.txt is created. Okay. If anything happens, it is going to display the message file not opened successfully, and we are going to terminate the program. Now, without writing else block, what I'm going to do is just I'm going to write the function fputc. I'm using the function fputc. Now, in single quotes, just I'm writing L. Okay. Please remember, fputc takes two parameters. The first parameter is the character, and second one is the file pointer. We are going to write the character L, which is enclosed in single quotes, into the file. How to mention the file pointer or how to refer the file? To refer the file, don't use the name of the file as I said earlier. Just you have to use only the file pointer. What the file pointer here? FP. This is the logic you have to use. Now, fputc writes the character in ASCII form. I said that the text file consists of only the ASCII characters. Once the character L is written to the file, it is going to return the ASCII value of L. If you try to write here C is equals to fputc and assume that I have taken a variable integer C, then if you try to printf percentage %d C value, now what it is going to do is it is going to print the ASCII value of L. Let us check this. I will explain with example. See, when you discuss about the syntax of fputc function, we have to write it as int fputc. In brackets, you have to mention the character next file pointer. Why we are writing int fputc? Why? Because after writing the character into the file, it is going to return the ASCII value of that character. That's why we are writing before fputc int. Now let us execute this. After saving this program, just you execute this. It is giving an error. Let us see any error is there. Here I didn't mention, sorry, I didn't mention comma. Okay. Now let us save this program again once you run. You see, after executing this, at the bottom, you observe this, we got the output 76. 76 is nothing but the ASCII value of L. So to explain fputc function only, I have written this. Just remember, it's not required. Okay, that's why before fputc we write integer in the syntax. That's the logic. Now, after writing fputc L fp, you can write any number of characters like this. Control V, Control V, Control V. Just I'm writing some statements, repeating the same statements. Assume that second character I'm writing capital E, and next character is A. Next here, assume that R, and here it is the character N. Again N, here I'm writing C, here I'm writing O, here I'm writing Control V, Control V, Control V. Here I'm writing the character D. Here I'm writing the character E. Now, just you see here. Now I have written the characters, individual characters, learn and code. Okay. Now, after saving this program, I'm going to run this. If you run this program, at the bottom, we didn't get any output. Why? Because whatever the characters that we have written are stored only in the file named called SSS.txt. How to see the file? See, the file is stored in the directory C for beginners. Go to the file option and click on open file. Now here I have opened the directory C for beginners. So within this, to search for SSS, I have this SSS, which is the text file. Click here. Now here I got LearnNCode. Did you observe? These are the contents of file myfile.txt. Okay. Sorry, these are the contents of ss.txt. Here, this is the old file. I have deleted this. So here, SSS.txt consists of learn and code. Now go to the program here. So this is the program. Now, without closing the file by using fclose, if you try to read the data from this file, and if you want to print the data of the file, we will get some different output. For that, whatever the operation that you have done, after that, compulsory you have to close the file. Now, if you want to open the same file in read mode, again you open the file After closing, then you try to read the data from the file. After that, you can print. This how the operations on the file can be done. So this is the main usage of fputc function, fclose fp. So in the next session, we will see fgetc function. With this, I'm going to close the session. Thank you for watching.